know. Oh, it's good to see you. Even though it's virtual and there's not the face-to-face, I see you. And I know you see me. And on some level, we are connecting in this weird fucking situation that we're in right now. We're making do because that's how we are. That is how resilient we are. That is how resourceful we are as human beings. Listen, we wouldn't still be here if we didn't know how to handle weird, crazy shit. We wouldn't. We adapt. Survival of the fittest. We figure it out. Moms have done this forever. There was a lot put on moms from the very beginning because we had to figure out how are we going to make food out of this stuff, and how are we going to sustain that baby, and how are we going to keep that cave clean, and all the little things that we had to do. We figured it out. And so I'm not going to go into any kind of medical debate or political debate or really any kind of debate, because all that is already out there for you to look at, dive into, and position around. But what I do want to bring to your awareness and invite you to really sink into is that, something that I kept repeating to myself when I was giving birth to my son, because it was scary, it was kind of overwhelming, like I'd never done it. And I knew that the importance of that birth experience for him. I knew how influential the birth experience can be on someone's personality and someone's life, like their characteristics, like everything. Birth trauma and the perinatal experience really colors who we are. I learned that through studying breath work and becoming a rebirther, and all of the background studies that were involved with that. And so when I was giving birth to Temple, I felt like I had to kind of be super present and super on to make sure that he had the minimal amount of stress, knowing that he also had a co-creative part in his birth, and that whatever happened was also happening for his purposes as well. So I had to kind of let go around that. But one thing that I said during that time was, millions of women have done this before me and lived. Granted, there are women who died in childbirth. I'm not negating that or ignoring that. Also, millions of women have done this and survived. They did it. So I can do it too. So that was my mantra. All right. I want to encourage you and reinforce in you the fact that we, again, going back to one of my first videos that I've taken down, I might put them back up, doesn't matter. We are powerful MFs. We've gotten through some really crazy, heavy shit. We have. And we're still here, okay? That's testament to the fact that there's something we're doing right. Albeit there's a vastly different scale of how it looks. I get that. Stop judging. Just move on. Stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane. Okay? You do you. Okay? Whatever that looks like, you do you. Because clearly, you're still here. It's working. Bill Murray, Groundhog Day, you're still here. You're still repeating the experiment. All right? You're still repeating the experiment. Do you get this? So you must evolve forward. I'm not saying upward. I'm saying forward. You must move and evolve and learn forward, acknowledging the fact that we're getting it right on some level because we're still here, and that we're really freaking powerful. And to that point, I would like to note that, viruses are not new. Granted, this particular flavor is pretty strong and is pretty unpalatable to a lot of people, all right? There is a dance that we can have with it. There's a relationship that we have with it, as we have with all life. We all have candida. We're all walking around with candida in our bodies. It only negatively impacts certain folks when it gets far out of control and overwhelms our immune system. We walk around with bacteria and fungi and parasites all the freaking time. This isn't new. It's not new. It's not unusual. It's not uncommon. It's not unnatural. It's not unwarranted. We need these substances to have this dance with, to build our immune system, to create new pathways in our neurological system, to bolster us for our environment. And in that same picture, we also need to have a very healthy, harmonious relationship with nature. And that's where we become unkiltered. And that's where we can really step hugely into change. Where we strongly need to embrace those things which might feel really weird and really foreign and very hippie. We can find our way in that. Now, it may look something like investing in a CSA. Okay, you don't want to have a garden. You don't want to fuck with it. That's fine. Okay, not everybody does. Okay, so you invest in a local CSA where somebody's growing the stuff for you. You go purchase it. You're supporting a local farmer, and you're keeping it local. You're keeping it going, and you're also supporting your family. You go and you buy meat from a local butcher or someone, who has cattle, and they do that for you. And there is always a way at your level of comfort that you can maintain this balance between your need for survival and nature's need for balance. There's always a way. We've been neglecting it. We have. For, probably on a large scale. I'm not even going to get into percentages and geographical numbers. It doesn't matter. The point is we see it. It's evident. And we have the opportunity to choose differently. Every single day, you have the opportunity to choose differently. Every time you wake up, you have the opportunity, before you even get out of bed, you have the opportunity to write your thinking, to orient your thinking to what you want, what you prefer, versus what is scary and what is disempowering and what is depressing. In other words, when you wake up, think about how you'd like your day to be. Think about what you'd like to achieve. Think about the state of awareness, state of emotion, the state of being, like how you want to feel. How do you want your day? Order it up, just like you order your lunch. DoorDash your life, okay? Because that moment when you first wake up is the most fertile. It's the most prime opportunity for you to really plant the seeds of your day and set it so that it works for you and not against you. So you're not reactive, you're proactive. And then you get to have the day that you want, and at the end of the day, you look at it and you say what worked, what didn't work, and you adjust accordingly, because it matters every single day that you're here. Every single day that you're here and that you participate. It matters. And right now, it may not feel like that. It may not seem like that. You may have these moments where you feel like you're completely, ineffective, and you're completely non-contributing. But that's not true. Even your presence matters. Just showing up to the party makes a difference. There have been loads of events that I've gone to where I just really didn't want to participate. I just wanted to be a voyeur. I just wanted to be on the sidelines and just be there and not contribute because I didn't have it in me. But I wanted to be there. I wanted to see my friends. I wanted to connect, but not completely fully because I wasn't ready, and that's okay too. As we've been sheltered and as we've been collecting our essence and we've been strengthening and we've been condensing and consolidating our essence, we are becoming stronger and stronger. It may not feel like that to you because you might be looking at it through the filter of the ego. But there's a huge part of us that is consolidating into this really powerful essence. It's like a seed ball. Have you ever done those where you take some seeds and you pack it in some stuff and you throw it out into the forest and you just hope for the best? You hope it takes root, but you don't know. What you're doing, every day is contributing to these seed balls. And when we launch, when we get the clearance to leave our houses, those seed balls are going to go flying everywhere. And what is yours lending toward? What is your seed ball contributing to? I know that's really bad grammar, but moving on. What are you propagating, right? It's easy to let our focus be taken into streams of controversy and discord and frenetic energy. It's super easy because it's very catchy. It's busy. It attracts our energy. It attracts our focus. It attracts our vision, and we look, and then we get sucked in emotionally, and we don't even question where we are. We just get sucked in. I'm encouraging you to just put a blinder on to that and stay in your lane. Figure out what your lane is. Your lane might be, and what I mean by lane is what makes you happy and keeps you in flow and keeps you in the centeredness of who you are and feeling fucking phenomenal about who you are and where you are and what you're doing. What is that for you? That's your lane, okay? It might be music. It might be the soundtrack. If you ever watched Ally McBeal back in the 90s, Ally had a little soundbite for everything that she did. She had a soundbite for her show. She had a soundbite for her life. She had a soundbite for when she dumped someone. She had a soundbite for when she was dumped. She had a soundbite for when she was, fill in the blank. She had a little clip, and it was so cute because I've really resonated with that, because when stuff happens in my life, oftentimes I get a cue of a song. It's weird, whatever. So in your lane, like what is do you have a soundtrack? Do you have a frequency? Do you have a note? Do you have a color? Do you have art? Maybe you've got this hallway lined with Monet paintings or Gaudi work, or you have these beautiful. I'm looking at a silk batik in my office on the wall that I just love. It's like this very Caribbean um, island print, and there's a sunset, and it's these rich earthy colors of red and blue and orange and fuchsia. Like, what is your lane? Find your lane. Stay in your lane. Believe me, this stuff over here, it's going to work itself out. Trust me. And the more that you stay in your lane and you stay centered and you stay anchored in what makes you happy and what makes you sing with joy, you are contributing to the goodness and the benefit of all. Seriously. So, the more that you find these things that make you happy and make you sing with joy, the better everyone is. So it could be paintings, it could be song, it could be tactile. It could just be like fuzzy pink fur or fuzzy black fur or black leather or metal. Like whatever it is for you, you stay in your lane. And that's where you are, and that's where you're happiest and where you're contributing to the greater good without judgment. Yes, it's heavy. Yes, it's weird. Yes, it's uncomfortable. No, I don't wear a mask. I even stopped doing the things that I was doing when I came home from work before, where I put my clothes out in the sun or I put them in the dryer and took my shoes off and all the things. I stopped doing that. I'm going to own my lane. And I'm going to keep posting the songs that make me happy and the music that makes me happy and the things that make me question what the fuck is going on, and doing the things that contribute to the greater good. And I hope that you do. And I look forward to seeing whatever that looks like for you. I'm totally open to working with you if you'd like. There's that. And I don't know what that looks like yet, but stay tuned. And until then, I believe in every cell and every atom and every quantum particle of my being that we've got this and that we're good.